I understand we're discussing a civil war. I must not have gotten my invitation.
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're taking a look at 10 questions we are dying to get answers for regarding Season 2 of Fallout.
You claim to have information for Caesar.
Well, I understand that the Legion ain't fans of the linear progression of time, or the soft sea for that matter.
Before we begin, we publish new videos all week long, so be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. What will happen to Norm and Claudia?
Listen to me!
Who even are you? Seriously.
I'm the product of 200 years of genetic engineering.
Norm clearly has some problems with identity and confidence, and well, a lot of things. So we're not sure how he thought things would go his way, leading a whole other vault that is very clearly different from the one he came from. As we saw, it led to a romance, then to a mutiny, and soon after, a whole slaughter between Vaulties and Radroaches. So what now? He's got an injured Vaultie, a very measly helping of supplies, we hope, and not much else. Will he and Claudia be the first to stumble upon the effects of the forced evolutionary virus? Or is it time to go intruding into some other vault and masquerading as yet another leader? Are Barbara and Janey really alive?
Open it.
Let's just jump straight into this question. In the season finale, the Ghoul finds that his wife and daughter are no longer in their cryopods. However, he spots a postcard for Colorado with a note saying, quote, "Colorado was a good idea," end quote. But now the question becomes, what is even in Colorado? See, after the bombs dropped, the state became divided between several different factions, the most notable one being the Hangdogs. The problem is that Caesar's Legion invaded and slowly conquered all of Colorado until they had pretty much total control in the year 2281. Given the show takes place in 2296, does the Legion still have that foothold there? What if Barbara and Janey were forced to join the Legion to survive? We're just gonna have to wait and see what happened to them until Season 3.
For the first time in 200 long-ass years, I know my family is alive.
How did Stephanie and Hank separate?
I don't know what you said, but it worked.
Can you believe it? We talked all night, and then at 4 in the morning, this little romantic proposed.
One of the most shocking revelations in the season finale was that Hank and Stephanie wound up getting married. This already has us pondering a few things in regards to their stories. How did they get separated before the Great War? Was Stephanie a government spy by the time she met Hank? How did she even get a role like that as a Canadian? And what are the odds that the two will cross paths again? It's tough to say for that last one, as Hank now sits in New Vegas with a completely wiped memory and seemingly no desire or drive to venture out.
If you can hear this, initiate phase 2.
Who is Clancy Brown playing?
President of the United States is in Las Vegas. How would you feel about giving it directly to him?
You can get me a meeting with the president.
Yes.
This has been bugging us since the 7th episode of Season 2. At the end of that, we see Cooper hand over a diode containing cold fusion over to the President of the United States, who is played by the legendary Clancy Brown. On top of that, Season 2's finale shows that the Enclave, which is essentially the United States government in the world of Fallout, is very much alive, thriving, and spying on everybody. That said, who in the hell is Clancy Brown's character? Is he the real John Henry Eden? Is he some other president we don't know about? There is just no way you get an actor like Clancy Brown all gussied up and put in a show just for him to be in one scene where he utters a single line. His character has to be a key player for Season 3.
Mr. President,
thank you for doing the right thing, son.
What the hell is happening to Thaddeus?
Yeah, I would. I just seem to be having sort of a medical episode here.
So, a good chunk of Season 2 was spent introducing the concept of the forced evolutionary virus. While we were fed some information here and there through Norm and his findings, Thaddeus is slowly being turned into a ghoul. Or so we thought until his arm just popped off. Judging from what the games have taught us about the virus, FEV is responsible for creating many creatures roaming the wasteland, such as super mutants and centaurs. Well, there's no way Thaddeus is becoming a super mutant, so something tells us he's going to become a six-legged monstrosity by the end of Season 3.
What do we always say? Most kids are dead by this age. Okay, back to work.
What will become of Lucy and Maximus?
Lucy?
One of the oddest moments in Season 2 was the last shot of Lucy and Maximus looking over New Vegas in Mr. House's office, House's computer screen flickering a bit behind them. So an obvious sign that we're going to see all three next season. What we're confused about is what is left for Lucy and Maximus in New Vegas. It's not like they can make society better there. The NCR came marching in right after Maximus had taken out most of the Deathclaws on his own. And the NCR is going to run things the way that they think should be run. So, what's the point in our couple staying in the desolate Sin City?
There's gonna be a war, and it's all my fault.
Yeah, well... Welcome to the wasteland.
Who is the hooded super mutant?
Uranium. Bad for them. Good for you.
In Season 2's 6th episode, the Ghoul is saved by an unknown being that is soon revealed to be a super mutant, played by famed Fallout narrator Ron Perlman, by the way. But what the super mutant says to the Ghoul is what has us flustered.
But if you won't join our kind, then you can't know where we live.
No.
We have a very sneaking suspicion that this character has to be Marcus. After all, Marcus has been a very important character throughout the games, and judging from what he says, this being probably took the Ghoul to Jacobstown, the former tourist attraction turned sanctuary for super mutants. Jacobstown is the second attempt Marcus made at making a super mutant safe haven, and you would expect somebody like him to care a great deal about who knows and doesn't know about their location.
Ghouls, mutants, we're kin, and we should unite against our common enemy. They drove us to the point of extinction and forgot we ever existed.
Where have the super mutants been all this time?
They call us abominations, but they created our kind.
Now, even though we can assume many of the super mutants in New Vegas have been hiding in Jacobstown, we still have to ask, where are they all? New Vegas isn't the only city that they're roaming around in. In the games, we've seen them in the Capitol, the Commonwealth, and even California. Yes, we know the show takes place long after all of those games. Still, what's caused them to be so rare to see? There's no way they all got shoved into Jacobstown, right?
Whatever it is I got to do, I do it alone.
And how's that working out for you?
What war is coming?
We didn't forget them. The people who set all this in motion. The Enclave.
Another thing we learned from the super mutant who is totally not Marcus is that, in his words, there's a war coming. He then tries to convince the Ghoul to join him because, according to this super mutant who absolutely is not Marcus, ghouls and super mutants have a common enemy in the Enclave. Does that mean the super mutants are about to invade the capital, or is the Enclave planning to conquer a portion of New Vegas? What war is coming exactly? You know, there are way too many characters speaking in riddles in this damn show.
Quintus the Destroyer is born.
How does the show tie into Fallout 5?
The Enclave is still out there.
We're not done, Mr. Howard. We have business.
For fans of the video games, this is probably the most important question that may not get answered until, a decade from now. Prior to Season 2's debut, Bethesda Games studio director Todd Howard stated that the show was going to have a direct impact on Fallout 5. Well, Season 2 ends with a tease, showing the Ghoul setting out for Colorado to find his wife and daughter. That, coupled with the talks of war coming from he who is definitely not Marcus, tell us one of two things. Either A, Fallout 5 will take place in Colorado, or B, the show will end in a location where Fallout 5 will pick up from. Considering the Elder Scrolls 6 is still MIA, the Fallout show could go another 10 seasons before we see where anything is correlating to Fallout 5.
What a shame. You bet on hope, Mr. Howard. And you lost.
Were there any other questions you feel have been left unanswered? Let us know down in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to MojoPlays.